The boy was born with such a face that looked extremely frightening and full of anger. People would change their path out of fear as soon as they saw him. One day on the bus, he saw that an elderly man was standing nearby. He immediately stood up and offered his seat. But the elderly man, startled, folded his hands and said, "No son, I'm fine." After that day, no matter when he boarded the bus, he always got a seat, but he never felt happy about it. There was a strange kind of sadness within him. He knew it was all because of his frightening face. When he was born, even his mother made a strange face when she saw him for the first time. In kindergarten, the teacher fainted upon seeing him. At school, just staring at someone was enough. The other kids would share their lunch with him on their own. As a child, he used to think there were so many good people in the world. But as he grew older, he came to understand the truth. People weren't good, they were just afraid of him. Even at the age of 35, he had never had a girlfriend. Then one day, a sweet girl came and stood next to him on the bus. He was stunned. For the first time, someone smiled at him after looking at his face. His heart was lost in that very moment. But he knew that for someone as frightening as him, that girl was nothing less than an angel. A few days later, while he was working in his small flower shop, that same girl walked in. He recognized her immediately. The same girl he had met on the bus. Gradually, through conversation, he found out that the girl had a condition called face blindness. She couldn't recognize people's faces. But for some reason, she could see his face clearly. That's why she wasn't afraid of him at all. Gradually, the two grew closer, and their love story became as beautiful as Beauty and the Beast. After getting married, they ran the flower shop together, but customers would get scared when they saw his face. So whenever someone came into the shop, he would turn away and his wife would attend to the customers. Even so, many times people would see him and call the police because his face looked like that of a wanted criminal. Amidst all this, his wife was pregnant and was going to her parents' home for the delivery. Now he was going to be alone for 3 months, and the responsibility of running the shop was his alone. He was worried about how people would buy from him, when suddenly, a friend who owned a beauty salon said, "Come on buddy, let's give you a new look. Change your hairstyle and your image will change too." It is said that 90% of a person's first impression comes from their hair. So the salon guy decided to give him a perm as well. But when the hairstyle was done, he looked even scarier. Everyone in the salon fell silent. Just then, some college kids came in and screamed when they saw him. He was about to get up from the chair feeling dejected when the salon's chief designer stepped forward. Without any hesitation, he started trimming the ends of his long hair. Slowly, everyone's eyes became fixed on him. After a while, when the mirror was turned towards him, everyone was left wide-eyed in astonishment. Now his face didn't look scary at all, but rather very decent and fresh. When he returned home, he was worried about what his wife would say. But as soon as he opened the door and she saw him, his wife smiled and said, "Now you look even better than me."